Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Balanced Life. If you didn't see the last video, it'll be right here beside me, so you can click on it and go watch it after this video. But today, we're going to talk about my experience with purpose-driven baseball and Purpose International on my missions trip / baseball trip overseas to Sweden and Czech Republic. I'll be sharing with you 5 things that I liked and a couple of things that I didn't like about this trip. So, let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first point I'm going to be sharing with y'all is how I bonded with the people I played with, coming as the fact where I didn't know anybody that I was playing with. I didn't know who I was going to play and who. I just knew that I was going to be the only one there, and me and my dad. That's the only person I know, and the coaches as well. So before we actually left for the trip, we had a meeting at a local church where we all met up. We did a little bit of devotion, talked about the trip, got jerseys, got uniforms, got shirts, got wristband. This one right here I'm wearing, it says it's more than a game. Hang on, I'll show y'all. Let me show the camera. So on this side it says purpose-driven baseball, and then on the other side it says it's more than a game, with the purpose-driven logo right here. So with that being said, the meeting really helped all the players like bond and get to know each other. We had some cornhole boards set up in the hallway, or actually it was in the sanctuary. So after we got done with our devotion, we came back in, shared what we learned. Then all the boys just went into the sanctuary. We played cornhole, and fun fact, there was another Cameron on the team. His name is Cameron Barefoot. He is just graduated from Midway High School, and he is committed to play at Campbell University next year. So and then from then on, I got everybody's Snapchat that I was playing with. We talked, and then once we all got to the airport, we all met up in one little area, talked again, made sure we had everything, bats, uniforms, helmet, cleats, etc. All the things you would think of.
Some of the old songs.
And being in the airport for the first time was kind of weird and kind of different, but just being with the boys that I was going to be playing with for 2 weeks and basically living with for 2 weeks was kind of helped that, and me not be like so worried about going to a different country and things like that. These 2 weeks really helped me build relationships with these guys, because now some of us still talk today. Some of them have tried to keep up with me in like what my college life has been like, and I've been trying to keep up with them in their high school life, see how their things are going. We were a solid team though. We had a bunch of great personalities, a bunch of great guys, so I couldn't ask for anything more. So now about the bonding part of this first point. Now playing with dudes that I never even knew for 2 weeks in another country really helps me now in college. When I meet these people that I don't know, helps me trust them to make plays in the field, and helps me know that they trust me to make plays in the field when none of us know each other. We don't know where we came from, and we all have different personality types. And this just is a real key thing to help me in my everyday life as a college baseball player. All right guys, so now we're gonna jump into the second point. The second point is I'm gonna share with you guys some of the food and drinks that were in the other countries that I tried. Didn't really like most of them, but still tried it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is seltzer water. So in Sweden and Czech Republic, it's kind of weird because when you go to a restaurant, you have to ask for flat water. And I know some of you are thinking, what in the heck is flat water? Well, flat water is water with no bubbles and no carbonation in it. So, you know how you have sparkling water or seltzer water? Yeah, that's what they had. That's what they drink, and it is absolutely disgusting. I would never drink it ever again in my life. But other than that, in downtown square in Czech Republic.
Some of the old.
Our coach took us on a little tour of everything, showed us where everything was, and we stopped and got this thing called a tredelnik. So what that is essentially is it's kind of like a cinnamon bun, like in the shape of an ice cream cone with ice cream on the inside of it, and you can put whatever you want inside of it with ice cream. And man, them things were absolutely delicious. If I could get one right now, I would totally eat it right now. But we also tried some traditional like Czech and Swedish food. I can't remember exactly what the names of them were, but there was some weird things like certain types of berries that were made into jelly on like a piece of chicken or duck and stuff like that. It was kind of a weird but fun experience in the same way, just to try something from a different culture, just to know what they eat on a day-to-day basis, and some of the things that they like, I may not like, but it's okay because we just come from two different cultures, and it just shows the cool thing about what going to another country can do for you. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna jump into my third point, which is the culture in Sweden and Czech Republic. So, for the most part, there's some things that are similar to the United States, but there's a lot of things that are different. So, in Sweden and in Czech Republic, they still have a royal guard and kings and queens like they do in Britain. So, seeing that, the changing of the guards and stuff like that, it was really cool because you got to see the soldiers dressed up in all their attire like you would in a movie if somebody was in Britain, like, you know, the red coat, the black pants, the big puffy hat. The gun on their side, standing like a statue. Yeah, all that is true. Like, that's what they actually do. And it's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool in the same way. And in Sweden and Czech Republic, Christianity is not really a big religion. It's either Catholic or atheist. And that's just what it is. And the funny thing is, in Czech Republic, they were built on Christian beliefs, but just a couple centuries of corruption in the church and things like that took it away like that and just made it an atheistic country, the most atheistic country in the world, actually. And it's just kind of crazy because you don't really see lots of people go to church or worshiping the Lord or things that you would see here in America. And yes, we have different culture, we have different beliefs in America, but not like to the extent the countries I visited did. Now, you think that since they're atheists that they would all be bad people, but really, most of the people there were nice people. And just seeing how their culture is and related to American culture was pretty cool, and it just really gave me a better understanding of what things are like in different countries. All right, guys, so as we jump into these last 2 points, these points are really near and dear to my heart. This fourth point is about how me and my dad's relationship really grew on this 2-week trip. So my dad does everything for me. He's helped me become a better man from the time I've been in middle school to the time I've been in high school, and now even in college. He helps me when times are tough, and even when times aren't tough, he tells me to keep going and never settle for anything. Always push to strive for the best I can be, and I thank him so much for that. And this trip really helped our relationship because for one, it was just us two for 2 weeks. No mom, no brother, just me and him, and with a whole bunch of other guys and their dads. And we really tried to stay with each other on these trips. Like, going to a mine site and going to some cathedrals and castles. We really like bonded about how if we can do things like this, just me and him, then we should be able to do this when we're home as a family of 4. And also, we both learned how to spread the love of Christ to others and to our family through the way me and him both act. Instead of getting mad at each other, yelling, cussing, fussing even, just bickering back and forth, to show each other love and compassion and just being kind to one another, even when times are like we get angry at each other or we get aggravated with something that the one person does that the other one doesn't like. It just really, especially like going over there with just my dad, it showed how much my dad really cares for me and how much he wants me to be the best man I can be. Because if he didn't love me and didn't care about anything I did, there's no way that he would have let me go on this trip. There's no way he would have paid the money he paid for me and him to both go on this trip. And I thank him for that, because it really helped me grow as a man of Christ and as a man in general. So I'm really thankful for that. So guys, this last point is one of the most important points that I don't care if you listen to any of the other ones. I'd really like you to listen to this one. So this last one is point number 5. How my experience on leading people to Christ while I was in Sweden and Czech Republic. So the way I did this is, after each game we played against the Swedish national team and the Czech national team, in Sweden we played against the 23 and up guys, their national team. We also played the 18 and under national team. And after each game, we had a little survey sheet that asked them questions like, what's your favorite MLB team? Who's your favorite player? What do you like to do for fun? But the last question was always, do you believe in God? And if so, would you like to learn and get a closer relationship with him? And for the most part, everybody I talked to said yes. So it really helped me and let me understand that there are people in this world that don't know Christ and don't know how his love for us is so great, because they just don't know the experience of how it feels. They don't know what it's like to have a relationship with him, and just listen to them share their testimony about how they might so-called believe in God, but they don't know a lot about God. And me helping them with sharing my testimony and knowing what I know about the Christ our Lord. It's just really sentimental to me, especially with the fact that I actually led about, I think it was 3 people to actually get a deeper relationship with Christ, and it just made me feel good as a person and better as a Christian. So, all right, guys, so that's gonna wrap up this video. I really appreciate you guys listening to my experience and my story of going overseas to another country and what it was like to play baseball and also do the missions work there as well. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you missed out on the first video, it'll be on either side of me, so you can click on it and go watch that video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now I got some upcoming videos for you. Tomorrow I will be recording my workout at Flex Effect, just so you guys can see how I train, what all I do, and what I'm doing to stay in shape during quarantine, and also getting ready for my summer baseball season, which is coming up on June the 15th, which is our opening day. I also have an unboxing video on my newest college custom Marucci glove here coming soon in a couple days. Me and my family are also going to Myrtle Beach for a vacation, so while I'm down there, I'll probably film a video of the Rollins outlet store they have down there, just to show you guys what it's like down there in that store, what they have, some good things I recommend getting for baseball players, some training tools and things like that of that nature. And I also will probably be meeting up with a couple teammates while I'm down at the beach, so you guys will be getting introduced to a couple of my teammates from college while I'm at the beach. So I hope you guys like this video. If you would, please like, and if you didn't like this video, just leave a dislike. I mean, it's okay. I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel, and I just thank you for everything that y'all are doing, and please just continue to show support. Thank you for watching another episode of The Balanced Life, and I'll see you in the next one.